Hi there! Welcome to our third episode of Radio Reminiscences, brought to you by my YouTube channel, Altogether Interesting, as well as my website, altogetherinteresting.com, and also inadvertently sponsored by the Nielsen Radio Ratings folks, because I felt a little tepidly guilty about taking their $2 for doing their radio ratings diary this week, when really I rarely listen to radio, although because I've been researching this, I've listened to radio more, so I guess it had an inadvertent benefit for radio. So this is my reminiscence about another radio program I used to love, and you can still find, actually, even now. It's called, when I was growing up, weekend trips were a family staple. We travel with all 5 kids and the parents in our one large car of the moment and travel to funky roadside museums, beautiful Texas landscapes, visit the grandparents, and we'd still be home safe by the end of the day, thanks to Dad's lead foot and really lax speed laws during the early 70s. I'm sure we were flying at 90 or 100 several times. We could go hundreds of miles and be home just before dark. It was pretty amazing. We'd have Shasta sodas, sandwich fixings, and snacks in our cooler. We'd travel all over Texas. And even as adults, we'd maintain the tradition. For me, in my 20s and 30s, traveling from college in North Texas back home for a 5-hour drive each way for the weekend trip, or after I started work, going back and forth for a couple of hours to be able to spend the night with my family and come back the next morning, wasn't any big deal. And one of the things that made it tenable was the radio. Not only music stations, but one of my favorite things on the weekends to listen to was car talk radio. So I loved car talk. It was on original episodes were from National Public Radio from 1977 to 2012 with Click and Clack, the Tappet brothers, also known as Tom and Ray Magliozzi. Oh, I'm going to butcher it for them. I'm so sorry. But Tom and Ray, I love them, the Click and Clack, the Tappet brothers. Not the least of which, because all my cars were either in need of repair or had just finished being repaired. So I was always really fascinated by what I was hearing, and they were very funny. I have to wonder if car hypochondria is kind of a thing, because honestly, everything I heard, I was like, that is what's going on with my car. That's what's wrong with my car. And I'd go home and I'd talk to my dad and my brother and go, that is what is wrong with my car. And they'd be like, no, it's just an old dead car. So that's my remembrance, is car talk radio. So much fun. And what's wonderful is a whole new generation of people can listen to it. I believe it still is on some radio stations, the NPR radio stations, but definitely you can listen to it online. If you go to npr.org, they have the podcasts of the best of car talk, and you can listen to, they have a whole list of them. Also, you can find it on Apple Podcasts, Google Podcasts, Spotify, and an RSS link. So it's just another joyful one. It was so much fun. These guys were just crazy. And you could tell they were brothers. They had so much fun together. So hope you enjoyed this radio reminiscence, and please check out npr.org. Also, please be sure to subscribe to my YouTube channel, Altogether Interesting, and even visit my website at www.altogetherinteresting.com. Talk to you later.